Nice to meet you, Mr.
Bubbles.
Mr. Bubbles. That's a strange...
Yes, I know. Are you going to invite me in?
Hey, what's up, guys? This is the second video. That's 4. There we go. The second video on my YouTube channel. Sorry, it's like a long period between my videos. It's gonna be that way for a while until I can get this into a routine to where I can like get around to like eventually at least 1 or 2 uploads a day, or at least a week, hopefully. But that won't happen for a while. I got some stuff going on for the next month or 2, so you're gonna have to wait because this doesn't pay the bills yet. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But okay, today we are playing the Stanley Parable. I think I actually said it right that time. That you were squeaky. Yeah, it's a game where you get different choices, and depending on what choice you make is where the storyline goes from there. Alright, I actually had fun with it. I hope you all enjoy it. And straight to the video. Alright, so guys, this is the Stanley Parable. Alright, that's cool. Click, 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 click. Let's get to it. Click. The end is never the end. The end is never the end. The end is loading. Never. Nev.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Stanley.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number
Forgot to count there for a
427's
second.
job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This
You have
is
a
what
job like
employee
this? I feel so
427
sorry for you.
every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Creepy.
And then
Stanley
one day,
sounds like a
something
really
very
dull dude.
peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete...
It's always the company. Is that...
Something
They never
was
give you a
very
name. It's always just
wrong.
the company.
Shocked, frozen
Where's my
solid,
hat?
Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Right there. Can't do a video without my hat. This is a really shitty office.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed
This
a
looks
memo.
really choppy to me. I never. Yeah, I'm supposed to go this way, right? Ooh, computer. Ooh, I can turn it off. Can I turn it back on? Yeah, I can't turn it back on. That's weird.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
Close that
he
door.
entered the door on his left.
Fuck you. I'm going this way.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring.
Yes, yes, it is. I like it. I'm gonna stay here. I don't trust you.
Spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
You're a voice in my head. I don't trust you.
Drinking it all in.
I don't trust him. What about y'all? Nah.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Fuck you. Gonna go this way.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
How rude! This guy's a dick! Oh, I so want to do the opposite of everything he says. But I know it's gonna kill me.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Yeah, I don't trust you. Fuck you.
Really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
That's why you killed everyone, isn't it?
Someone you've been neglecting.
No, fuck you. I'm gonna jump.
Someone you've forgotten.
Let's do this way. Fuck you.
What?
Whee!
Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you
Nope.
that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Yep.
Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a
I don't trust you. Actually, I'm gonna go the other way. I'm gonna switch the other way. This feels like the way you want me to go. Secret. The door's closed. What if I can open it? Let's see if we can open it. Who the fuck's closing the door behind me? Where are my feet? The hell's going on here? Alright, we're gonna watch it this time. Nope, fuck you! Damn it.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Nope.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Nope.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Oh look, a blue door.
All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
It was a trick. It was all a trick. He's gonna kill me. Nope. Nope. That's where he hides the bodies. Not happening. You're not gonna get me. You might have got everyone else, but you're not gonna get me. Fuck, you're giving me no other choice, are you? God damn it. God damn it. Alright, go ahead. Do your worst. Kill me.
There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map, because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
I love this
ending.
ending.
I think I put a lot of time into that, because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing, because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want
Not
to
you.
see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
That looks like somewhere where you'd rape someone. Nope, so I'm gonna go this way. The heck?
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback
fuck
here.
you. You're not expecting this.
Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly.
Crap, I made him feel good about himself.
I
Why
really
did I do
couldn't say
this?
where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Ceiling. Stanley pair of a worldwide Lego award. So can you even remove the knob? I couldn't open it in the first place. Why would you need to remove the knob? No, wait, we already went through that way. We're gonna go back through this way again. You ran back here, didn't you?
Now,
Screw you.
would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Nope,
Hey,
screw
I
you.
nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting.
Oh god, I
You
wish I
wouldn't
could
mind
kill
taking a
myself.
look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Oh, more loading screen. What the heck? Oh, the loads.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't
Oh, fuck
give it
you!
4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Ah, fuck, that's a lot of annoying. No, fuck it, you're gonna die. Sorry, baby. I'm sorry, but your sacrifices for the betterment of mankind.
Heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me?
Spite
Because
you.
if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain.
Yeah, sure.
Let's see. What do we have?
Go for it.
Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Loading.
At last, the one thing you've always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with. But is it
Yeah.
enough?
I love
No,
Minecraft, actually.
Will it ever be enough? Well, I'll say this.
Yes,
I'm
yes,
done
Mike.
making things for you.
Why don't you let me
From now
fucking
on, I
play
will only
Minecraft?
create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house.
You're gonna build a dirt house, aren't you? Yep. You piece of shit. You're building a dirt house.
This will go here. No, here. And then...
You newbie piece of shit. You building a dirt house.
Let's see what...
Actually, nothing wrong with dirt houses.
Yes, of course.
I
Just
built
to
dirt
finish
houses
it all
before.
off, yes, it's complete.
See,
I
why would
need
you
this, Stanley.
build it out of
Look at
dirt
it.
if you have
Gaze
wood
upon
to
my
build
work of art
a door?
and feel ashamed at
Whatever.
your own inadequacy.
Your house, you do what you want.
Ah, but you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable.
Nope, this feels like a trap. This is the trap. I don't like it. Don't trust it. Don't trust it. Oh god, nothing's gonna happen if I don't move. Or will it? Oh, look, clouds.
2,000 years later.
Fuck. Alright, whatever. Screw you.
Isn't it grand? Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond
Yes.
everything. Yes, yes, yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
Alright, now you speak my language. I am the mole man.
Hans Mole Man.
Cowabunga, dudes.
Wait, no, not him.
Oh my, it looks like it's going to get
If
a
I
bit
could
dark.
jump.
Have you brought a light?
If I could jump, this would be it. I could just jump across to there. Ooh, coal. You obviously have wood, so we can make a torch. You dick. Ooh.
Oh, no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something
Kill
more
me!
narrow
Kill
and
me!
linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Even the
Ooh, I hear
diamonds
spider.
couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
I heard a zombie there for a second. Oh, these fucking cutscenes. No. Yes.
I don't even know what this game is, but I
Sweet.
love it. You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is.
Where's my gun? I need aggro. Where's my gun? I don't trust you. I'm supposed to have a portal gun.
Oh, it's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte.
Actually, yeah, it is, actually. Critical thinking is my thing. By the way, leave a like or a comment or something if you want me to watch me play Portal in one of my next episodes.
Genius.
Which I would really like, because I'm really good at Portal.
No, actually, you know what? I think
Ah,
that's
screw
crazy.
you.
I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games, and I highly doubt you're any wiser for the experience. Which is why, rather than continue
There's
to waste
something
my
down there.
time, I'm just going to leave you here. You can pretend you've beaten the game if it makes it any richer for you, but as for me, I've had enough. So, why don't you get cozy in
Something
this
down there.
room, and if you have any grand revolutionary ideas for the perfect video game, you can just sit there.
He stopped talking. Alpha test. Looks like a cliff. That's a drop off. That's definitely a drop off. It's definitely another drop off. I'm gonna beat him. I'm gonna make him eat his words. I can barely see. Oh jeez, there's really no way out of this besides falling. Great. And fall. Oh shit. See if this door closes behind me. No? It didn't close behind me. Weird. Keep going straight. Keep going straight. Keep going straight. Keep going. Dead end too. There's a light that way. But I don't trust anything that looks like I'm supposed to go that way. You're like a controller. Click it all. Click it. Click it. What if I can get into the other room? Nope. Ah, snap.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it.
Yeah. That's my
Right
life.
now.
I'm kidding.
I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world.
No, you're just an annoying voice. I'm
Yes,
kidding.
I'll be
Yeah,
back
you have a
as
really
you're on
pretty
the
voice.
way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Well, that's one ending apparently. Apparently there was like a bunch of different endings. So we have found one of the endings. Alright, this time we'll go through, we'll walk through and actually do what he wants. Just to see what the actual storyline's supposed to be. Just for shits and giggles. If you want me to come back and play it later on, I can do that too. Wow, this is taking forever to load. Oh, there it goes. Again, while we have this little break, go down there, click the like button. Subscribe. You know you want to. Look at it. You just want to see this beautiful face every week, don't you?
You serious?
He's not talking this time. I don't like it. I don't hear him talking.
Sure is quiet out there. Yeah, too quiet.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Fine.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of
Just for not getting
disbelief,
fired.
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's
Talk less.
office, hoping he might find an answer
Screw you, I
there.
was reading that. Click that. Yeah, whatever. I really don't care. Broom closet.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I said I'll do what he said. I'll do what he says. But we're gonna come back and play this later on. We're gonna see if we can find any cooler endings. Actually, is it? No. Oh, that must be it.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human
Hey,
life.
look, symbol for this game.
Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known
8,
this.
4, 5.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer
Oh, what the heck?
luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly
Fancy.
opened passageway.
Elevator. Button.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not
Dude,
go
I'm going crazy and
unanswered
I'm hearing
for long.
voices in my head. That is probably the answer. I wonder if I can go lower. We'll do it later. See if we can make these things happen later.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Do it! Just do it!
We're definitely going to have to come back and play this again.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought.
That's
to
a lot of
himself.
TVs.
Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed.
Fired.
Each
Fired.
bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Actually, that's not surprising. This is an office. It's not surprising they have cameras. I don't know what's so strange about this. Whatever. It's gonna kill me. It's a coffin.
This
It's a coffin.
mind
It's
control
gonna kill me.
facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Maybe Stanley's just a boring guy.
No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his
Most
entire
likely.
life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
How? Still the power. Alright, let's go see what else he wants me to do. Bum, 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 bum. How do I make these noises out of feet? Some power. Okay, let's do this. Nope, fuck you. We're doing on. Aha, aha. You didn't expect that, did you?
Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted?
Yes.
Control?
Power.
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that.
I did that
I'm
last time.
afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the
Wait,
event
what?
this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes.
Oh, you're right not to trust him.
This is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are
Screw
the
you,
star.
screw you,
It's
screw you,
your
screw you.
story now. Shape it to your heart's desire.
Here's the numbers on the wall.
Oh, this is much
Okay,
better
let's
than
see.
what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off.
Wait, what was the code
But
for his
what
door?
precious moments each one of them is.
248, I think.
More
248,
time to talk about you.
2481.
About me.
Alright,
Where we're
2481. Let's try
Oh, you are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
that.
what all this means.
I think 2's over here. I think I saw it earlier.
What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment
2.
of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good
Is it
mood.
4?
You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing
Wow,
buttons
I was
endlessly and
right not to
die
trust you.
alone.
I was so right not
Other
to trust
times,
you.
I let the office sink
You
into the ground,
dick.
swallowing everyone inside.
Shit, there's not
or I
8.
let it burn to a crisp.
There's not an 8.
I have to say this though, this version of events has been rather amusing.
There's no 8.
Watching
Why
you
is there
try
no
to make
8?
sense of everything
Oh, that
and
was
take back
in
the
the code
control
bomb.
wrested
No, no.
away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever
There's
I
an
come
8.
up with
There's
on
not
the
an
next
8.
go around will be even better.
Well, we're gonna die. We're gonna
Goodness,
die. We're
only
so gonna
34
die.
seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow.
Re-enter password.
Oh dear me. What's
0.
the matter,
Is there a 0
Stanley?
somewhere?
Is it that you have no idea where
0,
you're going
1,
or what you're supposed to be doing right
0,
now?
0, 0,
Or did
0,
you just
0.
assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running
safe.
from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything,
Can I
something
try the door?
here will
Can I actually
save
try the
you.
door? Wait, wait,
Would you
wait.
think
Where's
that,
that cord go?
Stanley?
Where'd that cord go?
That
Where's
this
that cord
video
go?
game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble.
2.
This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm
Yellow.
going to destroy it first, so you can't.
47.
Take a look at the clock, Stanley.
Fuck.
That's
Fuck,
30
fuck.
seconds you have left.
Oh god, don't tell me with my code.
30 seconds.
No,
until a
there's
big
not a
boom
7.
and then nothing. No ending here. Just you being blown to pieces.
Shit,
Will you
shit,
cling
shit, shit,
desperately to your
shit,
frail
shit, 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 shit.
life, or will you let it go peacefully?
Yes. No, no, no. I'm gonna fight till the end.
Make it count. Or
Screw you. Screw
it's
you.
all the
Screw you.
same to
Screw
me,
you.
All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we
Ow!
begin until the moment I say happily ever up.
Well. Fuck. So guys, that was the Stanley Parable. It's a really cool game in my opinion. I had a lot of fun making it. I actually recorded this last week. It took me like a week to edit. Sorry about that. Here soon, I'm going to start uploading a lot more often, so stay tuned. Press that like button, subscribe, stick around, and I'll see y'all next time.